Hey, how's it going? So today I bring you another Steam Deck update video. I believe it's been longer than a week. That was primarily due to there really not being any updates. I think it was like a one-line update that wasn't too important. So yeah, I'll try to keep it a week, unless there's another issue such as that. And then of course for today's video we have about 4 or 5 Steam Deck updates. I will be releasing the video either today, the 11th of September, or if not, maybe the 12th. So just keep that in mind just in case I don't happen to have a specific update. Okay, so as always, let's go ahead and read through the updates and then I'll do my best to interpret what it means. Most of them are straightforward, so just keep that in mind. All right, under general, they fixed an issue where if you own the Steam Deck 64 gigabytes, sometimes a few of the systems or the profiles, whatever, would be corrupted, meaning you might lose your information. And they also fixed an issue where if you already have an SD card in your Steam Deck, sometimes it wouldn't be read and you would have to reinsert it. Now, there's also a fix to where if you were to turn off your Steam Deck while it is updating, then another problem would occur. However, it appears that now that issue won't happen. I'm not sure why you would turn it off as you're updating the system, but yeah, there you go. They fixed that issue. Now they also improved the frame pacing in VRR, virtual reality something VRR on external displays. So now if you were to change, let's say your VRR and you're playing on your TV, and then you remove it from the TV, the frame rates would be lower. But now it seems that they fixed that. Um, that basically means that if you did have your Steam Deck connected to a TV and you disconnect it from the TV, sometimes your Steam Deck would lower its frame rates. And then also, sometimes your screen would be blank when it was loading in. It appears that now that issue has been fixed and you should be able to see your full intro or whatever you have saved upon turning on the system. Also, they also fixed an issue where if you're trying to increase your frame rates, sometimes there'd be a limit on that depending on certain specific conditions, which they didn't actually specify. And then as for developer, I haven't used as much. You can go ahead and read that here. Let's go ahead and go on to the next update. Okay, so we have the Steam Deck update that was released on September 6th. Basically, they fixed an issue where sometimes inviting players wouldn't, it seems like inviting players wouldn't be able to proceed, and instead it would kind of crash whatever you were doing. They also fixed a rare crash where if you're trying to connect to your Wi-Fi network for the first time, sometimes either your Steam Deck would freeze or it would just turn off. And then also they fixed a rare crash when checking for updates. Similar thing, when you're checking for updates, sometimes the Steam Deck would freeze or even turn off. Now, improve the reliability of games in common collection and library. I believe this just means that some of the games are now gonna launch as they should. Sometimes they were maybe being a little bit buggy, which made it lag for them to open up. But it seems that they did fix that. You can also now go ahead and unbind a hotkey uh, from what it looks like through the UI settings. And then also they fixed a bug where if you are playing with a PlayStation controller over Bluetooth, sometimes I'd be read over a USB and that would cause issues. Okay, and then September 9 update. It looks like they've updated a bug where if you're saving a file, sometimes the date would be wrong. I believe that's what that's referring to. And they also fixed an issue where sometimes if you're trying to open a video, it would open the recording and screenshots dialog in a grid view. So let's go ahead and jump into our, oh, they actually do have an update for the 11th. September 10th update. So they fixed an issue with padding for friends in the game's invite dialog. I believe this also means that now, if you were to send an invite to a friend, they'll be able to receive it. Sometimes there was an issue where they wouldn't be able to see it. And then as far as the Steam input, they fixed a case where exiting a non-Steam game could leave controllers without input until you hit the guide button or QAM button. This actually did happen to me. So if you leave a non-Steam game from your Steam Deck, sometimes you wouldn't be able to move your mouse or your controller, and you would have to hit the home button, or at least the Steam button. That's the one that I hit to be able to kind of get some control over it again. And then finally, we have the most recent update, which is the September 11 update. They fixed an issue with focus being lost and becoming trapped when viewing a screenshot on the media page. So I think that basically means that now if you look into an image on the media page, it won't necessarily freeze there. That's kind of what it sounds like. And then last but not least, in desktop mode, they fixed a potential 30-second stall when a Steam window closes. So that's pretty straightforward. If you're closing a Steam window, then it would kind of freeze for 30 seconds and you wouldn't be able to move or do anything. So yeah, that's pretty much all the updates as of now. Let's go ahead and look into a few video game sales that may be worth noting or considering. Okay, so we are in the Steam store. And again, these sales are for today's date. They may change in a few hours, or maybe in a day, or they might even stay for a week or so. Today is September 11th. So as we start here, we can already see there's a lot of sales going on. If you're considering playing a racing game, you can try the Crew 2. It is basically almost free. As you can see here, it's typically $50, and right now it's only $1. Um, Honestly, it might even be worth buying just to at least try it. Let's go down. This is one of the games that I have on my wish list. I briefly played the first arc and it was pretty good. But then once I stopped playing with my friends, I kind of just let it go. I heard that this one is a lot better. So yeah, it's currently on sale, 33% off. If you go into a game too, because we are focusing on the Steam Deck, right? Um, you can check whether it is able to be played or not. As long as you just scroll down, I'll go ahead and actually tell you if it is supported. So Steam Deck compatibility down here, it is not supported. So keep that in mind. I just don't want you guys to buy a game and then I don't know where you can't play it on the Steam Deck. That's something obviously that we don't want. Now, does that necessarily mean that you can tweak out some graphics to see if it works? Maybe, but if you really want it for the Steam Deck, I probably wouldn't risk it until maybe later they provide like an update where they do make it playable. Now, is that really what's gonna happen? Again, we don't know, right? We don't know. And if you enjoy these type of games and you're gonna buy it for PC, then at that point you might as well test it right on your Steam Deck, see if it works. And if it does, let us know. Let us know in the comment below. That way people can, at least see kind of what's up whenever they see that type of sign here, unsupported. Let's go ahead and go back and see what else may be on sale. I haven't played a lot of the newer games, so there may be some games that you might think like, wow, I'm gonna get this. But as far as for me, there isn't really anything out right now that I would get. There's Rainbow Six Siege, obviously a very good game. You can see that it's very positively rated. Red Dead Redemption 2, also a great game. Grand Theft Auto 5. Let's see if we can play that on the Steam Deck. Okay, some random birthday. It is playable, but this basically means that you're gonna have to tweak some of the settings for it to work well. Whether it's the graphics displaying properly or the frames, you not dropping frames, you're gonna have to kind of do your own thing. I think I have a game where it says playable like this, and I didn't have to change anything, and it was working well. But again, just keep that in mind. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it as far as a Steam store. Again, just go through it daily, weekly, whatever, and see if there's any games that you might consider buying. Another website that I'll show you is one that I use a lot, so let's go ahead and jump over there. Okay, so this next website is called Humble Bundle. Basically, what they do is, as far as I know, they buy a mass amount of games and then they go ahead and sell those codes to you, the buyer or consumer, for less than they're typically worth. These do work. I've bought many games through here, and all you have to do is just get the code and go into your Steam and then redeem it, and that's it. You get the game. So there's always sales going on, but what's unique about this website is that they bundle a bunch of similar games for very cheap. And now they also have a membership where I don't remember how much you pay. Oh, it says 12 per month, and you can get free games or discounts. So that's something that you may consider. You can go ahead and review it here. If you go up here to bundles, not only do they sell games, but they also sell software and books. So that's something you can check out too. Let's go ahead and just click on bundles for the games. So they currently have 4 game bundles. Let me go and jump into this one. This is the Resident Evil bundle. What this means is that if you want every game in this bundle, which is Resident Evil 0 to um, Village, you can go ahead and pay at least $30 and you'll get all of these games. The less you pay, the less you get, right? 30 for 11, 20 for 10, 10 for 7, and 3 for $3. And as you can see, it's the first few that are removed. And what they do is they donate to charity. So basically, your contribution is gonna go here into the charity section, and then it tells you right here this is over a $295 value. Now it could be that, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but that's something you may want to look into just to buy a bunch of games that you would normally see for a lot more. And of course, if a lot of these games are something that you wouldn't play, like let's say you only want Resident Evil 4, then maybe go check out how much that would cost. Normally, right? You can search here in the search bar, and then you can also go ahead and check other places like the Steam store. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully, you enjoyed this week's version or video of the Steam Deck updates. I'll go ahead and try to make another Steam Deck update video in a week or so, depending on the amount of updates that are brought forth. But yeah, let me know what you think about this video. Give it a like if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe to see other videos. And I'll see you in the next one.